Hello again, YouTube knife lovers. This old sword with a blade I've had for a while and have been meaning to do a review on. As unpresupposing as it is, look that one up. It is not a fancy knife and it is not an expensive knife. Blade HQ has this Honey Badger large for $36. There's a parent company, and I'm afraid I don't have the name, but very quickly I can tell you that it's called the Honey Badger. 8 2/5 inches long, 8 1/4 inches long. Blade length on this one, and there is a medium and a small, I believe. Blade length on this one, 3.625. Cutting edge. After that, significant choil, forward choil area is 3.25. The blade width is fairly wide, 1 1/4 inches. Thickness, 0.14. And it is out of 8 CR13 MOV. That is a budget steel that you'll see Kershaw using a lot on many of theirs that come out of China. Finish is satin, and it's quite a nice one. We'll see in a minute. Handle length is 4.5 inches. Blade width is 1 inch. Blade thickness side to side is 0.54 inches. This color is kind of like a desert tan. And it's a flipper as well as a spidey hole type opener. And it's a model number HB1003, unless that designates a color in the handle. So I think that covers it. What's the weight? The weight is 3.58 ounces. So it's a nice light knife. It's a full-size knife. Let's back up a little bit. Got some fingerprints on the blade. See if I can remedy that. Make it look a little neater. Hem on paper out of the way. Okay. I like my backgrounds to be nice and plain. Working on some new backgrounds too, by the way, for variety. So we've got a nice texture of honeycomb on the handle. The Honey Badger, I'm told, is a ferocious, wicked badger that hails from Africa, I think. And you know, badgers in general, they're fighters, and they'll defend their turf. Deep carry pocket clip, thing of beauty. A butt end back strap of plastic. I think the handle's basically FRN. Okay, Zytel FRN. Zytel's just a brand name for fiberglass reinforced nylon FRN. This guy's on bearings, and it is drop shutty. It's amazing. For a $36 knife, it drops shut better than a lot of my $200 knives. Got some nice jimping here. Fine and sticks to the thumb. We've got pivots that are T8s on both sides. I have not disassembled it, so I don't know if I'm going to need a T8 on both sides to break it down. Had that problem recently on the BRS Thresher. Have a relieved area on the handle to get at the liner lock. Can be opened with the hole. Can be opened with spidey flick in the hole. And with the flipper. A simple, sturdy, reliable flipper for $36. You can't go wrong. You can get these on Amazon. You can get them on, I just checked today, Blade HQ. We have a name on the clip here, Ultratech I don't know if that's a clip or a company. But we got a shiny stainless clip with a good amount of tension. And let me just get some millimeters on the blade. Blade stock's pretty good. 3.4 inches, call it 3.5, 3.4. And it tapers down to a substantial point that is not overly thin by any means. You could do some light prying with this. There's your blade steel marked on the side. Not a lot of markings. It's relatively sterile except for the blade steel. We got the picture of the honey badger on the side of the blade. And let's size it up next to a few of my usual comparisons. The Rat Model 1, it's a comparable size. I would say that Rat Model 1's got just a little longer handle. Bring it up to the pivot. Slightly longer handle on the Rat 1. On the Freak, these are all coming in at about the same size. So if you're comfortable with the Freak or the Rat 1, you're going to be comfortable with this size. And the Griptilian full-size grip. Blade's a little shorter by 1/2 inch. Handle's the same size. So there you go on the size comparisons. Again, 3.5 ounces for a full-size knife, 8 1/4 inches. I've not touched the edge. Let's see what we got. A little rough. I mean, it's not bad. It bites. It's just a little rough. Serviceable the way it comes out of the box. And I don't have the box, so I cannot give you any kind of an unboxing today, unfortunately. There you have the Honey Badger full size. I might point out before we close, choil is a thing of beauty. That's a really great usable choil with jimping. Now, I don't know of anybody else that puts jimping in the choil, but there's jimping in the choil. Right there. So you're locked in. When you hold that knife choked up, you are locked in. And like I say, texture all around. A little bit of nice fine jimping on the top of the FRN handle as well. Has about maybe a little more bite than the jimping on the blade. So if you're a jimpaholic, you got it. You're covered. All right, folks. That was a quick one, hopefully. A little bit on a Honey Badger knife, which is really a low-cost, high-value knife, I would say. Get a couple of them. Get a couple in different sizes. You can't go wrong. Everything about it's perfect. Lock up tight. Ease of open and close. Rolls on bearings. You really can't ask for more for 36 bucks. You could get 3 of them and still not get a decent knife for 100 bucks. So definitely check them out. This Old Sword, signing out. Make sure you give this one a like and subscribe.